Thursday, June the 20th. Gang, let's start off by talking about this heat real quick, because the thing is, there is no stimulus that is worth chasing in CrossFit at the expense of your own health and well-being. You have to take the heat into consideration. Yes, Thursdays are threshold days, they're sprint days. We do need days like that, but I point all of this out to say one thing, like, we gotta hydrate. Hydration is one of those things so important to CrossFit, particularly in this time of year, but really all the time. But where, as a coach, I have no idea if you're hydrated. I can't really tell. I know the signs of heat stroke, but that's about it. I wouldn't know. I'm not in the bathroom with you. I don't know. It's very similar to the way I don't know how you eat, and I don't know how you sleep or recover or rest or do mobility, any of that stuff. Some of it needs to be implied. And the same thing is going to be true on these really, really hot days. I have to trust that you are doing what you need to in order to recover and be hydrated. And I pointed out also just to say, like, these hot days, it's not just that it's hot. Like, it takes stuff from you. It takes physical ability from you. It's not just demotivating. It's also that your heart has to work stronger or harder in order to make that sweat happen. And you're gonna find that a workout, a lift, anything that might normally go a certain way that you find to be like normal or really well for you isn't gonna happen when it's 99 degrees inside the gym. And I say that because we really gotta look out for ourselves. We gotta do what's right and smart, maybe is the better way to say it. But let's not also turn that into, well, I just shouldn't work out, because that's not true either. There is just a let's be smart about it middle ground that we can come to. So that being said, this is a threshold day as you would normally see on a Thursday, pretty much right in line with everything else we've been doing this cycle too, where we've been throwing double unders at you on Thursdays as part of that, like, here's some skill work that we need to work through in order to put up a score on the board today. It is a lower volume, but I say that knowing full well that I'm really talking about like people like me who have gotten really good at double unders over the years. 35 in a round takes me less than 20 seconds, and it might take you a minute or something like that. And so it really makes you have to make a stand, make a plan, strategize. How am I going to modify this? What is my version of 35 double unders today? And I feel like we've done a good job of that so far this cycle. And let me just give you some maybe suggestions. Here's the deal. The thing that we're putting on the board today is how many devil presses did I get? So you have a 2-minute working window where on 3, 2, 1, go, you're doing 35 double unders and then 8 line hopping or lateral line jumping burpees. And then with whatever time remains in your 2-minute window, you're doing as many single arm devil presses as you possibly can, and that'll be your score. So what we really want is 30 seconds minimum of that devil press time. And that's I always had a minute 15, and I have to use me as a basis. I'm the only person who's done it so far. So I feel like we're being fair and saying, I just want at least 30 seconds, because if you're someone who is only gonna have 30 seconds, then I wanted you to be spending all that time doing the burpees, doing the jump rope. Similar to what I said on Tuesday, like if you take a long time on those 400-meter runs, then you need to be doing those 400-meter runs. And at the same time, we all want to be able to put a score on the board. So how do we modify? We really want to stay away from telling you exactly how, and here's why. Some people are really working hard at getting double unders, and I don't want to say you should just do 20 or you should just do 15. You'll know what makes sense to you given the context of the workout. Now, there's other people who are going to jump immediately to single unders, don't care if they ever get a double under, that's fine, but they'll find, or have always found, that the burpees are the hard part. And maybe they'll have to modify that number down. So it's always gonna come down to whatever gets you 30 seconds on the devil press, assuming you're gonna be like working hard. So people working at double unders, probably it means a lesser amount of double unders that you can be consistent with. People not working for double unders, I want you to do 60 singles instead of 70 today, just to keep it moving, because I want the devil press to like get more time if we can. But only reduce the number of burpees, the line over burpees, if it's becoming really a problem and you don't think you can scoot, particularly in this heat. One thing I want to point out, there's going to be a dumbbell in your box with you because you need it for the devil press. Why aren't we just jumping over the dumbbell? We're just jumping over the line today. I want that to entice you to like jump over something rather than step over something. We just want to like keep it something even faster than a burpee over dumbbell, so you can spend more time with the dumbbell. So it's, you know, it's got a reason that makes sense to us. It might not make sense to you. What else can I say? I always had a minute 15 on devil press. And if you want to know some like behind the scenes stuff, we have like a running notebook of workouts that we want to get to at some point. And this one was written a different way. It was written the same exact way, except it was the workout's over when you get to 50 devil presses. And I just don't know how that would go. Like, I got to 50 in the 5th round instead of the 6th. I feel like if we kept it that way, there would be some people who never get to 50, and that's not what we want. So it actually works out better to do it as a threshold WOD. I thought you might want to know a little behind the scenes magic. Okay, anyway, have fun with this one. And like I said, beyond everything else, more important than anything else you'll ever do in this gym, look after yourself. All right, make sure you're hydrating, but also like resting and recovering and all that stuff, because the heat is no joke. We got to take it seriously. All right, enjoy.